Hi, my pickles. First, I apologize for any background noise today. I'm in a house with fishermen getting up to get the fish in the dark. And so, even though I had a good idea for a video and I wanted to do one, they are getting up. So, yeah. So, we could be, you could hear some annoying noise in the background. I usually like to do it in the dead of the night, which it is. It's 3:22. I just didn't think I'd be doing it unalone, if you know what I mean. So, could you possibly be new to this channel? Is this your first time watching this silly, wacky old woman talk? Wow. So, if you're here because you'd like to lose some weight, get better in the head with what's going on in your life, this is a great place. Do I offer a diet plan? No, I don't. Do I offer support and encouragement for whatever one you're following? Absolutely. And why is that? Because not every pathway leads to a victory for every single person the same way. We are all different. We're all different ages. We all have different reasons we want to lose weight. Some of us need to lose a lot, some of us need to lose a little, but for a lot of us, it's fixing up here too. It's changing the mindset about what always was, what we figure should still be, and so forth. It's like pulling out a prom gown from 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago and thinking it should still work because it fits. It's not necessarily that way. Our metabolisms are cruel. They are. And the older we get, the tougher it is. And so what might have even worked as little as 5 years ago suddenly isn't working quite as easy. You know, they say it's 80% of what we eat and 20% of exercise. So a lot needs to go into the work in your pantry, in your fridge, in your freezer, and on your counter with measuring cups, measuring bowls, and spoons, and little scales. All those things need to come into play. Maybe they were your best friend before and you were successful in another program, and that's great, but you need to do it again because obviously something went awry, and slowly the little measuring spoons and cups and the little scale all went away, and you began to enjoy the success of perhaps maintenance with the eyeballing. Now, you could be at a place where you've got 10 pounds more from eyeballing for the last 18 months. You don't want to have to do that. And so we are here to offer support and encouragement. A lot of us have done many other people's weight reduction programs, and a lot of us have had success. Is it forever? Not necessarily, but that's okay because you're back and you're listening and you're realizing that maybe I can do this again. Maybe a lot of tweaks need to happen this time because I'm a little bit older and I need to get a little bit wiser about my own body and how it's serving me. So that's why we're here. I evolved starting these videos almost 2 years ago, well, maybe a year and a half ago, and I was doing Weight Watchers, PPV, and I was slowly losing, and I think I lost about 17 pounds with Weight Watchers. And then I decided to give up wheat and sugar in 1 month, and then the next month I made it wheat and all grains, and I had the Whoosh, the high-fat, low-carb food plan I put into place, and I had the Whoosh, and I'm the lowest I've been all my life. I used to joke I weighed 150 at birth, but I did weigh 150 in the 4th grade. So I am very familiar with not weighing what they say you're supposed to weigh. And at that point, the JFK fitness program began because he was president. And that came into play, and being a very chubby young woman, there was no fitness going on in my life. Today, I'm 66, I'm a walker, and that's how I maintain the exercise part. It clears my head, It clears the deck. It's 1 hour of perfection. And sometimes in the winter, I use the big ball, the big exercise ball, and little weights, and then the elastic bands for some toning. But when it's a nice day, and I grab them, and I go and I walk, and I listen to podcasts, usually from authors of the books that you hear me talking about, or other foodies that have their channels too. And so if you're new to this, you might need the structure and discipline of a kind of program that you might have to pay for, like Weight Watchers, maybe Jenny Craig, maybe Nutrisystems, I don't know. But something that gives you the discipline and the structure of the food portioning, because it's a rare one of us that can set up the kitchen with the scale, the measuring cups, the measuring spoons, and trust that you can do it on your own, that you can weigh your little piece of chicken or fish or beef or pork, that you can weigh even pieces of tomatoes that you might put on your salad, or even your fruit. Weight Watchers is really good with the structure, especially if you go to a meeting. So you've got the support of all those people there. And you've got, as you can see here, you've got tons of YouTube podcasts and tons of Facebook podcasts that, or Facebook pages with people like Keto or Weight Watchers or Simply Filling, all different kinds of plans that could really make you feel good about yourself and aid you in the structure and discipline. What I do is give you the validation and the support, and as do the little pickles that comment below. And we do it one day at a time. And we work on our obsessions with scales. We work on our obsessions with losing weight in a fad way. We work on making this a way of life and a way of eating, and not something real quick in and out, so then I can go back to some bad behaviors or habits that I have from before. As most of us know, one of the toughest ones is nighttime eating. And you will see many, many, many other people out there, just like me, that do regular podcasts that save their Weight Watcher points for the night, and they go to town after that last dinner dish is dried, and they spend their points on things throughout the night. Many of us are addicted to clicker in one hand, bowl of something in the other hand, and watching our shows. And what do we replace them with? The thing that I started suggesting a couple of weeks ago was start easy, start slow. If you've got nighttime eating, and it's just way too much for you, first of all, cut out the bedroom part. If you were eating in bed, that's a good place to start. So nothing goes past the bedroom that's a food item. Is it hard? Mm-hmm. And the other thing, if you're used to having some little num-num every single night in front of your TV, then try giving it up one night a week. And when that gets kind of successful and you find something else to do with your hands and head while you're watching TV, like chilling, like not white knuckles on the sides of the couch, then try a second night. It's not going to be easy, I'm telling you right now. Dropping bad food habits is a very, very tough thing. It gives you an appreciation for people like drug addicts or alcoholics that have to learn how not to drink, how not to use drugs, one day at a time. Yes, there's Overeaters Anonymous. Yes, a lot of churches have TOPS, T-O-P-S, which is take off pounds sensibly. I've never been to one of those meetings, but I am kind of fascinated. And in addition to all the things here online. So if you've got a smartphone, if you've got a computer, if you've got, look up where some of these meetings are. You don't have to pay to lose weight, but some people feel comfortable doing it. Some people like the discipline and structure of Weight Watchers, where they go in and they get weighed, and there's a chart kept for them, and they listen to the meeting and they get tips for the day. Sometimes they bond with other people there, and they develop friendships, and they have people to talk to. It's great. I have met some of my dearest, nearest, and closest friends that I've never met in person here online. Why? Because we share this interest that consumes our heads 24/7. Who knew? We are not alone in this. It is not a silly little problem that if you just pushed away from the table, you'd be all set. If you just didn't bring Doritos to lunch every day, you'd be all set. Were it that easy? It's not. And so that's why we join together here and we support each other, no matter what the program. The deal is that we're giving up bad habits, bad behaviors, and bad foods, things in the standard American diet that you don't need anymore. For me, it's been no sugars and no grains, lots of healthy fats. What's a healthy fat? Coconut oil, grass-fed butter like Kerrygold, avocado oil, avocados, and delicious coconut oil. I use coconut oil for all of my cooking, my baking, and I use Calapo coconut oil, which is like 1 grade up. And if you don't like the taste of coconut, you wouldn't want Calapo in my Bulletproof coffee, along with Brain Octane from Dave Asprey, the Bulletproof Man. 1 tablespoon of that per day. I want to keep my brain kind of lit up and on fire as I age. I don't want to lose the sharpness up here, but I also don't want to lose my motivation and my momentum, which comes from me doing a daily video. So, if you watch my earlier podcast, you're going to see me doing tons of Weight Watcher stuff, holding up Weight Watcher products, what I bought, grocery hauls, what I eat in a day, and things like that. But this has become more motivational and supportive. So, if you're new to the game and you want to lose weight and change how you think and handle food, this is a great place to get the support, but it might not be enough. So, don't stop here. Do your research, because you're not alone. You are definitely not alone. And if you're older, you're not alone. I'm 66. We've got tons of older women that watch this and get a lot out of it, because it's not so easy once we get older. So, welcome. You can be a pickle, which means you can't be a cucumber anymore once you start gaining knowledge about your food, your lifestyle, and your habits that you want to tweak. We all want to go the distance, but let's keep this alive. Let's keep this alive with healthy fats. Let's keep our body active with just light exercise. It doesn't have to be the grueling thing, the PS 360s or whatever those things are that we did when we were 30, and we're trying to do them again at 45. You don't have to. It's 80% of what you eat. So, join up. It's free. Comment below. Subscribe. Thank you so much. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food, and I'm just a little bread and butter pickle. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.